Torches, you don't throw it out.
Solid. Oh my, what a...
Call me a giant or call me a 49er. Call me a warrior, cause I follow a code of honor.
What is up, guys? This is your boy Kid Ray, aka FightNightsFinest, bringing you guys another head-to-head match. This match I'm using Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Well, that's his nickname. Versus Iron Mike Tyson, another Tyson user, which isn't surprising. I'm not gonna really talk about the gameplay too much this video. I'm gonna talk more about, you know, my goals for YouTube, as well as give a certain individual a shout out, which I would do in the next few minutes. Just explain a little something about the gameplay. I just wanted to use Ali the way he's been designed to be used, which was, you know, stay on the outside, use his jabs, throw some nice 1-2 combinations, and, you know, really make this guy as an infighter, you know, work as an infighter, you know, make him come forward, make him use Tyson the way he's been designed to. Honestly, if I wanted to fight him on the inside, you know, I would pick more of a brawling type fighter, you know. I don't really fight too often on my videos on the outside, but, you know, just tell me if the gameplay style really matters to you guys. I have a video coming up about that as well. Also, I'm hoping to get this out to you guys around Tuesday or Wednesday, you know, just for you guys to have something from my channel to watch during the week. You know, I had a lot of finals and stuff going on this week at school, so I haven't really been able to post and upload as much as I would have liked to. But yeah, I guess we'll say that for Live Fight Friday, and, you know, match number 3 when that comes out this Friday. Shout out, I want to give a quick shout out to a guy new to the Fight Night community. I believe this will make it 7 members. We got myself, Relapse Sakuraba, Pemby66, Doc Doser, and now our new addition, and this is the shout out I'm giving to, is the 4T400. Go ahead and check his channel out. His link will be in the description below. He does live commentaries for Fight Night Champion. You know, he's posting some other things as well coming up on the channel. So, you know, he's a cool guy. His commentary isn't too bad for a guy starting out. It's a lot better than mine when I first started out. I was a nervous wreck. Any guy who's been following me from the beginning will tell you that I was a nervous wreck. And, you know, I'm still improving my commentary. You know, trying to sound a little more livelier. Don't want to sound so serious and boring all the time. But yeah, go ahead and check out the 4T400's page. You know, he's a guy who doesn't spam or throw hook, straights. You know, he's a hook guy, you know, and he's gonna basically stick with that throughout the duration of the fight. But you know, that brings me to today's topic of the video. It's more of a little rant video, if you will, and say that in a way. It's not really a rant, but it's rather, you know, just setting the goals that I have for YouTube. I've seen this on the 4T400's page. I'm sorry, pronunciation got a little messed up right there, got a little tongue twisted. But, you know, he made a goal, just saying what his goals were for his channel and whatnot. And, you know, I did, you know, I had an idea of doing a segment of this on some kind of way, but I just never really, you know, got to it. But, you know, now I have some free times in my hand, I felt I should get to it. Well, the first goal that I have for my channel is, it's a really tough one. Most commentators, you know, who start out on this, they don't even make this goal, especially doing honestly. Because, you know, some people, they go to sub centers, and, you know, they'll, hey, I'll put my name in the comment, you sub to me, I sub to you, you know, with good money. I sub to you, you sub to me, I get an extra sub, you get an extra sub. Or, you know, they might bribe people, or, you know, say, hey, man, look, I'll send you a message, you know, whatnot, and you sub to me if you like to. Or they will try to do something, you know, something a little shady, something that's a little mischievous, trying to trick people into subbing to their channel and make them feel guilty in that kind of sense. Just making them feel guilty about, you know, not subbing to their channel. But, you know how that works. If you guys have a YouTube channel, you know, maybe somebody saw you post a comment on somebody's video, and then they decided, okay, let me send him a message and see if I can get him to come check out my channel. But yeah, so I want to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and, you know, that's a really big number Right now, at the time I'm making this video, we have 83 subscribers, and you know we're only 17 away from that goal, from getting to 100. That's a small term goal that I hope to reach by the end of January. Just, you know, reaching 100 subscribers, you know, hit you guys with maybe another tutorial video or maybe a dual com, whatever you guys want to see. For me, you know, to kind of celebrate reaching 100 subscribers, you know, that's also a major milestone that some people just don't reach, especially if they're doing YouTube, honestly. Some people go a whole year on YouTube, a whole 2 years, and they don't even reach 100 subscribers, so that's a small time goal. But the large term goal for this year, at least for 2013, is to kind of reach 1,000 subscribers. You know, I really don't want to fall short of that. I would like to succeed that goal if possible. You know, Fight Night, we got a nice little rising community coming up, and you know that's pretty much what I'm gonna post. I'm about to get into some UFC content, start posting UFC on my channel as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in terms of subscribers. You know, gameplay. We're gonna have Fight Night. We're gonna have a game called The Fight for PlayStation Move coming up pretty soon. I'm still debating on whether I'm gonna do that series or not, but that and UFC is gonna be my main content on my channel, and that's pretty much it in terms of subscriber goals and short-term subscriber goals. But you know, also another goal I have for my channel is to get partnered, and you know, getting partnered, that could be a real task, because you know you have to. Most partnerships require you to get average about 1,000 views per video, and considering the fact that I have about like 29 videos out now, you know, I only average about 95 100 views per video. You know, I got a total of like 5,000 change in channel views, close to 6,000. So you know, it's really hard to average 1,000k or 1k views on your video and then expect to get a partnership. And also the fact that, you know, you don't know what they're gonna pay you, even though the partnership is more just so I can get my channel recognized a little more. You know, I get all the special thumbnails, you know, the nice channel backgrounds, you know, all the support from whatever partnership I get partnered by. And you know, that's a wonderful thing to get partnered, and you know, it would really help you a lot in trying to get your subscribers up. So that's another major goal. Also, you know, my boys Relapse, and you know, I'm pretty sure Sakuraba's gonna get partnered once February comes. February 11th, I believe it is. You know, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get partnered then. And, you know, Relapse is already partnered, so you know, I gotta catch up. I'm falling behind a little bit, and you know, that's not something that we can have going on. So partnered, 1,000 subscribers, 100 by the end of January, preferably the 29th, because you know that's my birthday, and that'll be a wonderful gift from you guys to me. And you know, maybe this is a big maybe I get like maybe like, I want to say a sponsorship, but I heard that's, you know, that's difficult to get. You know, I don't even know where to begin trying to get a sponsorship. But the final goal is really just, you know, to play as many subscribers as possible and interact with you guys as much as possible. You know, grow a nice little community. We got everything rolling on the, you know, just rolling in our way so far. Just everything's going pretty good. You know, and then if I get to play with some other YouTubers, you know, bigger YouTubers, you know, on different content, it doesn't have to be Fight Night, but you know, that'll be a really cool goal as well. So that's basically pretty much all that I really want to accomplish for my channel, at least for the year. Especially if we can get 1,000 subscribers, that would be absolutely wonderful. But those are my small, you know, those are my term goals for the year, for the new year, for 2013. Let me know if you guys think it's doable. I'm hoping you guys will be with me throughout the duration of it. And now I'm pretty much gonna hop back into the gameplay. As you can see, so far he is a nasty one. He's up there throwing illegal blows, low blows, headbutts, whatever it takes, just so he wouldn't get knocked down. And you know, I know the gameplay style that I'm playing right now is pretty frustrating. You know, where you're staying on the outside. Ali has a really good trend. I was gonna say wonderful, but that didn't really make sense in that context. You know, just saying that for a lack of a better word. But you know, Ali, his style, it can be frustrating. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Ali. People say Muhammad Ali is the greatest fighter of all time. My question to you is, how can Ali be the greatest fighter of all time when he ran a lot? Like, he runs from all his opponents. I mean, some people say it's smart, and you can't say it's not a smart strategy to move around and move back from your opponents, and then wait for them to wear themselves out, and then you come in and attack forward. But at the same time, you can do all that, and your defense can be really good, but you're running, and that can't make you the best of all time. Where that's not even what the origins of boxing was all about. It was just pretty much getting two guys in a ring with boxing gloves on and seeing who was the toughest man, who was the strongest man. Because back in the golden age of boxing, 1950s, and back in the 1920s and whatnot, where you had some of the greatest heavyweights to ever play the game, and then to ever join the game, and you had some of the greatest fighters in the 1950s, like Hagler, Leonard, Duran. You had all those great guys fighting during that time period. It was all about, even though Leonard was a runner as well, it was all about, who was the toughest guy. Like, people like Rocky Marciano stepped in the ring, and, they will come forward, they'll hit you anywhere possible. And, at the end of the day, when they won the fight, it's not because he ran or he moved or he did anything special, but, he hit the hardest, he was the strongest, he was the toughest, and he had the most heart. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to make you the greatest boxer of all time. Not because, you have some really fancy footwork, which is all fine and good. I have no problem with anybody using their footwork. If I was in the ring, considering the fact for maybe I don't have the greatest strength or the greatest punching strength, then yeah, I would do the same thing he was doing. But, Ali had decent strength. Maybe his strength was considered to be better than it actually was, just due to the fact his opponents were already tired, or they got frustrated just by chasing him around the ring. You can look at it in a couple of different retrospects as to say why Ali is considered the greatest of all time. And then his chin was really good as well. So not only the fact that he's running, also now that when you finally catched him, now that you finally caught him whenever he was running and you hit him, his chin was good. He had good drive. He had a good genetics where he can stay up on his feet all the time. But at the end of the day, I don't believe that makes you the greatest of all time because you ran around the ring, and especially the amount of clinching he did. I think he's the whole reason why there's a clinching rule of how many times you can clinch. Now you get a point deducted off of the scorecard because you did excessive clinching throughout the fight, like you holding on to your opponents. If you ever look at an Ali fight, that's what you're gonna see: a bunch of jabs. When he gets close to the ropes or he's about to be cornered, he'll hold on to you. Or if you hit him with a clean shot or a good punch, then he'll hold on to you, shift you back around, and then continue dancing again. So after all that work that you just put in the corner, the man, now he's gonna hold you. So there's a couple of things that you could say about Ali and whether he's considered to be the greatest of all time or whatnot. Then yeah, I wouldn't agree with that. I mean, he beat George Foreman, but George Foreman's record was a lot better than his, and Foreman only lost, I think, about 3 times. Once to Ali, to Holyfield, and then somebody else. I'm not too sure of. But yeah, you could say Foreman. He was also the hardest. Nobody can tell me that, but can't tell me anything otherwise than the fact that he was the hardest hitting boxer of all time with George Foreman. Then you had Joe Louis, the great Joe Louis, late great Joe Louis. Sad that he died. Sad when anybody dies, but yeah. Joe Louis, his footwork wasn't the greatest. He had some pretty slow, methodical footwork, but he hit hard. He had great technique, great speed in his punches. And I believe he only lost 2 or 3 times as well. So there's 2 heavyweights right there that I say are better than Ali. Ali might have beat Foreman, but I still, at the end of the day, don't believe he was a better heavyweight than Foreman or than Joe Louis. Then I would even go to the length of saying that guys like Evander Holyfield, just due to the Holyfield was a lot smaller than most of his opponents, especially when he stepped in the ring. His strategies were really risky, and even though, you know, his skill set probably wasn't as good as Ali's, you know, just the heart that he had and the ability to take punches, and just the fact that he will go in there with guys with longer reaches and smaller reaches, and, you know, he will win most of his fights as well, and, you know, he beat guys like Tyson as well. So, you know, I would just say that just because of that, he's a better heavyweight than Ali. So, I mean, it's a debatable subject. Leave in the comment section down below who you might think the greatest heavyweight of all time is. Now, you know, some people might say Tyson, but, you know, Tyson was a dirty fighter. You know, I believe if you're gonna be considered the greatest of all time, he was, you know, he was a clean, respectable fighter, but, you know, he was a tough guy at the same time. But that's what I would just categorize as just being a good, tough, and solid fighter. And then, you know, those are just for heavyweights. Obviously, the greatest fighter of all time is definitely Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean, he has the highest overall in the game, and just by his record and the amount of people he beat, some of the skill sets that these people had, and, you know, just everything that Robinson had, from the power to the speed to the technique. It was just, what else more could you want in a boxer? And, you know, Robinson wasn't really a runner neither, so, you know, he got my vote. You can't say that he's not the best pound-for-pound fighter to ever live. But, you know, I hope you guys, you know, you enjoyed my knowledge of boxing or whatnot. You know, if you guys like to hear the stories about boxing, I definitely know a lot about it. I watch tons of fights all the time. Maybe if I'm bored or something, I'll go on YouTube and find like a boxing fight, or I might type in and do research on it. You know, my grandfather told me a lot of stories of some of the greatest heavyweights, you know, fighters back in the day. So I know quite a bit. There is and quite a bit of stories to tell about boxing as well. But you know, back to the gameplay. You know, this guy, he wasn't anything special, and this just goes to show you also how this game really caters to outside fighters. Like, I've been running the whole fight. You know, I've taken some clean shots too, but, you know, just due to the fact I know Ali has that great chin, and I can take quite a bit of punches. And right there we hit him with a nice power, just a regular straight, and put him on the canvas. But, you know, just the fact that I'm able to drop him by just running all the time, you know, hit him with those nice power right hooks, which you don't see a lot of people doing, is setting up right hooks and setting up traps. But, you know, just due to the fact that I had that 20 chin and some great toughness with Ali, I was able to take my opponent down. I believe he gets up here. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll just let it play out and see. Yeah, okay, so he gets up. I think this is his third knockdown of the fight. But, yeah, this is pretty obvious who's going to be the winner of this. But, yeah, you know, I'm going to do a whole video just dedicated to the outside fighters, you know, just showing a different skill set. You know, one of the more frustrating things about this game. You know, also gonna relate to something else, but, you know, I'll just save that for when the video actually gets here. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this one short for you guys. I'm pretty much done stating what I have to state. But go ahead, please hit that like button for me. It helps a lot. I'll appreciate if we can get this video to about 15 likes. Because, you know, that's what we pretty much average on a regular basis, about 15 likes. But, yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe only if, you know, you find the channel interesting. You want to follow me and, you know, other commentators in the community. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is your boy Kid Ray 8, aka FightNightsFinest, signing off. Peace.
And that's the end of round 8. Tyson's cut man is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avatine, adrenaline, and thrombus. I'm wondering if he's using illegal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Look at that combination by Muhammad Ali. Takes one, but gets one. Big shot he just scored with. Well, we've seen Mike Tyson in a spot like this before. Remember, he once rose up off the canvas against Buster Douglas, only to be floored again. Can he do it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's all over. Mike Tyson's unable to beat the count. Knockout loss for him. Muhammad Ali's knockout here is a stunner. This fight was clearly going to go the distance and go to the judges.
You know what? You just said it. You just explained. You just put a blueprint out.